Okay, so I got an I-beam here. It's held together by glue in between the sections, and that glue can allow for 65 pounds per inches of the glue along the length of the beam. So I want to figure out how much shear force it can handle so that it does not exceed that 65 pounds per inch along the length of the beam. So we're going to use our shear flow equation, which is given by the following equation, which is lowercase q, which is basically force per length, and that equals the shear force times our q all over I. So it's a very similar equation to the shear formula. It's just finding the shear flow rather than the shear stress. So again, what I want is I want to figure out what's going on at the interchange between the two boards. So I'm going to make my cut there, and that's where I want to determine the shear load to make sure that the glue that's holding it at that point is good. So I'm going to look right above that at that equation, or at that Q, that area right above the interface between the two boards. So that's going to be, again, y bar prime, a prime, and that's of the area above where the glue is, okay? The location of the centroid of that would be 4.375 from the neutral axis. So half of the 0.75 inches. And then the area is just 0.75 times 5. And that gives me a Q of 16.4. Okay. And then I need the moment of inertia. I'm going to take the whole outside minus the two small rectangles. So it's going to be 1/12 5 times 9.5 cubed. And then subtract off 1/12. The base on this one would be 2.1875, and again I get that by subtracting off the 0.625 from the 5 inches and then dividing that by 2. So, but then ultimately I'm going to be multiplying it by 2 because there's two rectangles that I'm taking care of here. Anyway, the height of it is 8. That's pretty straightforward, cubed. So the moment of inertia, this guy is 170.6. Okay, so now I've got this. So again, I want Q to equal 65. I don't want it to exceed 65 pounds per inch. V is what I'm looking for. I throw in Q, which is 16.4. Throw in I, which is 170.6. So from that, I can find that the allowable shear is 676 pounds. That way the glue, which can hold 65 pounds per inch, will not fail with that sort of a shear load.